Mm. I've also come to understand that um, self-sabotage is kind of the resistance to our higher self, or the things that we want to do, or the things that we, you talk about living the dream, right? Like the things that we really dream ourselves of doing. And then there's this like resistance, this voice you said, that like this darker voice. Take us a little bit further into that, if you will, please.
Most people don't believe they're good enough, unfortunately. And again, it comes back from the childhood, the trauma from the childhood. So one thing I had to accept when I was doing work on myself, and I don't want to sit here as some sort of guru, only 7 years ago did I have to go back into a treatment center, the Meadows, it's more of a hospital, to work on my PTSD and self-sabotaging because it carried over. So self-sabotaging talk and self-sabotaging neural pathways from the trauma are ingrained into the brain. So they become my go-to all of the time. If only we knew how powerful we really are, your problems are over. So I say to a patient every time, if we could swap places for like 3 minutes, all your problems would be over, because you don't see what I see. So we see great men doing great things. We see presidents, we see captains of industry, we see footballers, and we go, oh my God, yeah, he was always meant to be a footballer. He was always meant to be something. Guys listen at home and girls, always. And the only person that's stopping you doing that is you. So we need to look at the traits. We call it going back to the scene of the crime, because you don't just suddenly go, oh, I don't think I'm good enough. Anything less than nurturing as a child is child abuse. So talking from young, internal dialogue, that's where we go every single time, because we never think that we can achieve much. And it is so untrue. And that internal dialogue is so powerful with us. And sometimes it pops out while you're in the waiting room to go into that interview. Or for me, when I'm on stage of that 1,000 people waiting for me to speak, it tries to get in from the subconscious brain. What the hell are you doing here? Are you kidding me? These guys are far more superior than you. You've got nothing to teach them. So building that up through the years by doing certain techniques in the morning before I start every single day reinforces the fact that I am good enough, and I am fantastic at what I do. I look great, I sound great, I feel great. All these things that are just, coming to the forefront of their head, the prefrontal cortex, that gets me in that position to enjoy life and be confident. The only reason why we know we're confident is when somebody tells us. And in today's world, people don't tell each other enough. People think we already, oh, Dr. Rob, yeah, he's amazing. Have you told him? Nah, I mean, he already knows, but yeah, don't be stupid. We don't know, okay? Nobody knows unless somebody tells us. So the footballer playing football, there's hundreds of millions of people watching him, great, he knows he's good. The average guy in the street, when he does something good, nobody tells him that. That was amazing. And we collect that information in our subconscious brain. That's what gives us the confidence. And then we change neural pathways from self-sabotaging, which is our normal route, end of story. It's our freeway out of our main city. We try and change it over through thought patterns, NLP, SE, and psychology to good, confident, successful neural pathways. And we've studied this over many, many years. And there's a time frame before that, when we're doing our work, that we can change self-sabotage to good. And that time frame is 7.3 seconds when we get to choose whether we're going to go on and knock it out of the park, or we're going to sit there, as our trauma tells us that we're not good enough.